Hey everyone, so today we'll be going over the geosphere, and if you do not know what the geosphere is, I recommend going back to our previous video and checking out the geosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. So, because the next three videos will be about those, and it'll be really easier to understand after you get a background information. So let's get started. So we're going to look at the geosphere and we're going to look at what is comprised of it. So there's the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. The crust is basically the out of it. So basically what you step on, it includes the seafloor. So basically everything that you walk on, the ground basically. And it's rocky, like as you noticed, and it's really thin. So it's a small portion of the planet. Then we have the mantle. The mantle is the largest, and it's a thick layer of hot rock. So then there's the core, which is comprised of the outer core and inner core. The outer core is a liquid. So it's made out of molten metal and mostly iron. Then there's the inner core, which is a solid, and it's solid metal, which is also iron. So the outer core and inner core, it's basically iron in most of them, but there are other metals too. So let's look at the examples of them. So the geosphere includes all the rock on the planet, mountains, grains of sand, and even the melted rock under the Earth's crust. So like basalt, like the rock that covers the sea floor, the Grand Canyon, basically rock and only non-living things. So over here is a picture. So you can see the anthosphere, the lithosphere, and then continental crust, and the volcanic arc. So this is basically a little bit more example of it in depth. So the trench over here shows there's like a small gap going down. So basically that's a trench, and you may have heard of the Mariana Trench. That's the deepest trench in the world. The geosphere provides a habitat for animals to grow food and to provide natural resources. Volcanoes, mountains, and deserts are all part of the geosphere. So, like the Sahara Desert, and we should keep in mind, like, in the mountains, there's a lot. It's a big habitat to lots of animals, and that's part of the geosphere. However, the animals are part of the biosphere, which is not included. So now we're going to look at weathering, erosion, and deposition. So weathering is the breaking down of the rock. So we have a rock. Let's say the rock in this picture. What would be happening is the rock would be breaking down. And then erosion is the movement of sediment that was broken down from the rock. So it can be like, so basically when the rock is done breaking down, those sediments will be pushed away into a different place, and it can be taken really far. It doesn't have to be like 1 yard or something. It can be taken out like 1 mile or even longer. And deposition is a dropping of the sediment into a new place. So after the rock is done eroding, it would be stopping at a place. So that would be deposition. Some examples of weathering are water, ice, or wind. So when they're breaking down of the rock, water can break it down, or ice or wind. Erosion would be like when it would be going movement. So that would be like gravity pulling it toward the earth, ice, wind, or water. And deposition can be mountains or a formation of an island. So next time we're going to be looking at the hydrosphere. And this video was a little shorter and so the hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. But we'll see you then.